Hello there, this is Dave Allen for EV20 Questions, and there have been a couple of questions, well there's always questions coming in on the 2018 Nissan Leaf Facebook group. Now one of the questions has been, can you display charging rate, battery stats and range guess while charging is in progress, or does charging stop? No, charging does not stop. Obviously this is a good idea because you want to be able to see how much you've got going in there. You want to see how much power is being put in there by the charger. You want to have a look and see how much kilometres going in there so that you have an idea of how much you need to put in there before you can start moving again to be able to get to your next destination. And the battery stats, well obviously that's coming in there. It tells you how much you've got to go, how many minutes before you get to 75% or 50%, depends on how low you've gone with the charging. And it also tells you how much you've got to go before you get to 100% battery charge. So that's good. And you can see all that on the screen. That's in front of you on the dash there. And if you go to the menus, go to the left, and it's the last one on the left, and you just see there's two possible places there. Shows you the state of the battery, and also tells you the state of the charge, and you get all the information that you need there. Also, somebody wanted to know, can you use the heater or air conditioner while charging? And the answer to this is yes. Now obviously this is a good idea because obviously if the temperature is really low and you want to put the heating on to keep warm, then you're going to need to be able to do that. And if it's really sort of hot and you want to be able to sit in the car while you're sort of charging and to stay cool, then obviously you're going to want to use the air conditioner. And you can do this. The other reason why it's a good thing you can do these things is because you want to be able to maybe maximise the amount of kilometres you can get from your car while you're driving. So you might want to turn off the air conditioning, or you might want to turn off the heater. In the summertime, I'm finding that the difference between with air conditioning on and with air conditioning off is only about 6 kilometres, so it's neither here nor there anyway, really. But if you're really sort of stretching it and you need absolute every kilometre you get for when you're driving, then maybe what you do is you do your air conditioning or heating while you're sitting waiting for the charger to do the stuff, and then when you're driving you can turn it off, and basically you'll get that extra bit while you're driving along there. I don't think it's going to make a lot of difference myself, but it's there if you need it. So good idea to be able to use the climate control while you're charging. Can you start the heater or air conditioning with a smartphone? Yes, you can. Now the heater and the climatisation within the car there, working through the app is dreadfully slow. It takes forever to get a signal to go from the phone to the server, and then from the server back to the car. And it works, but it's not very good. It's a bit slow, but it can be done. Okay, there's someone who's got a 2018 Nissan Leaf, and it's set to charge for midnight on the home charger. Mine's set to start from 11 o'clock because that's when the cheaper electricity starts. If I plug it out in somewhere else during the daytime, will it wait until 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock whenever you got your time set, or will it start charging straight away? Now what you need to do is you need to check your settings within the screens there for charging the battery, your EV charging settings, and go to your timer and set it so that it will not wait for the charging to start until the cheap rate, because obviously you want to be able to charge straight away when you're out and about. And another question, how long does it take to charge the 2018 Nissan Leaf? Well, it takes my car about 20 seconds. That means I get out the car, press the button, plug it in. That takes me all of 10 seconds. And when I finish charging, I plug it out and I'm charging. I'll finish charging, and that's another 10 seconds. It's not like you have to go to a petrol station and you stand there for 5-10 minutes holding the smelly thing that you have to stick the juice into the tank there with. With a charger, 95% of the time you're going to be charging at home, and you do that with the while you're sleeping, while you're eating, while you're doing something else, watching telly, whatever else. So that's why it only takes 10 seconds to charge the car, because the rest of the time it's doing its stuff and you're not involved in the process. It's a non-question. The second part of the answer is if you're out and about and you want to get some charge into your car and you've got to be doing it and you want to be sort of travelling on to your next position, or your next charging point, then you can start counting how long it takes to charge. So with this car here, they say that you can get from about 20% to 80% in about 40 minutes, and that is true. It does work that way. The other day I was in a lot, and I went to the shadow mode charger at the Nissan garage. It was going in there at about 42%, 42 kilowatt hours, something like that. I don't remember exactly how much was going there, but anyway, I left it for 40 minutes. The charge and the battery was at the state of around about 53%, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, when I came back in 45 minutes, the car was fully charged and ready for me to go. It was up to, well, 98%, as good as fully charged anyway. And I was delighted, so that was that. There are some occasions where you've got a hot battery and you'll go plugging in there, and if it's above a certain temperature, the car will ratchet it down to protect the battery. Usually this is going to happen when you've driven a long distance, and you so maybe don't leave it to cool down a bit before you plug in there. And obviously it's going to take twice as long at 22 kilowatt hours as it will do if it's going in at 44 or something like that. Now, I haven't had a problem with this, because when I've driven for 300 kilometres, I'm in need of a rest. I want to chill out and eat something, or sleep for a bit, or do something, relax a bit before I start doing my next bit of driving. So no worries. Plan your driving, that's what I say. Plan it so that when you're sort of going someplace or other, get to some place, let the battery cool down for a couple of minutes if you've been sort of hammering it on the motorway. Although it's probably better just to not drive too fast. Charge up, relax. Use the health benefits of having an electric car, where you've got, say, an hour. Think, okay, I've got an hour to relax, and let's get out of the car and go for a walk. And that is going to be much better for you than sort of sitting around in the car, unless obviously it's too cold or too hot to be out and wandering about. But in any case, having a bit of time for yourself to relax is safer for the driving, because you're going to be a better driver if you're not so tired, and obviously better for your health. You're getting a bit of exercise. So there is my little sort of bit of a answer to some questions for the 2018 Nissan Leaf Facebook page, and I hope you've got something from that. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a look at the Facebook page if you're watching this on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, go and have a look at some of the other videos I've done about the 2018 Nissan Leaf in the Wizard Gold channel. You'll find it there. You might find it by looking for EV 20 questions. You might find it by looking for Wizard Gold, and I've got other videos on there all about how to do things with a Mac and with iOS if you're that way inclined. Bye bye now, talk to you again soon.